Yo, what's up? Welcome to another video. And today we're going to be talking about Monster Hunter Wilds. Now, this is kind of like I guess, early game review or whatever. I have got to end game. I beat the game Friday, but I had work and stuff over the weekend, so I wasn't home all weekend, so I haven't really got into the end game. So this is like the early game story stuff, and I just want to talk about, gameplay, systems, and open world. Then we're talking about the big issue, the big talking point, performance. So, gameplay. Let's talk about gameplay. Now, this is Monster Hunter. To be honest, it's the same old Monster Hunter gameplay. If you played it before and you liked it, you're going to like this game. If you played it before but you didn't like it, this isn't going to change your mind, okay? If you haven't played Monster Hunter before, let me explain it to you. You go out, you hunt monsters to collect parts from them, to craft armor and weapons, to hunt stronger monsters, and do the same thing over again. It's a cycle. And you keep doing that till you get to the higher ranks and you get some of the best loot. And you have different weapon types you can craft and master and stuff. Different armor sets that have different, you know, resistance on it and stuff and everything. So I really don't have much to say like about the gameplay the actual gameplay, but they have streamlined a lot of this game. Some people like, some people don't like. For me, and for new players, I'm not exactly a new player. I played hundreds of hours of Monster Hunter Worlds, a little bit of Rise. I got into it in World. I have like hundreds of hours on my PS4. I do like how some of the stuff is more streamlined. If you break parts on a monster, it automatically loots them. But not everything. If you cut something off, you have to go over there and carve that yourself. Just to let you know, because I'm a dumb idiot who thought I heard that like if you break parts, it automatically loots it. I was thinking like, oh, every part, even if you cut off something, no, it doesn't work. You have to go carve that. So you still have to, if you cut off a part and the monster moves, you still have to go back and try to find that part and loot it. It is what it is. It's Monster Hunter. Some, some people like it. Some people don't. It is what it is. But that's cool. I like how you have your new mount and stuff. That's cool to traverse the world and stuff, because the world is pretty big, you know. I would say it's bigger than world, and it's nice to have a mount that can move fast and glide and stuff, and you can actually pick up stuff while you're on the mount, like herbs and stuff. You can like just look at it. Sorry, you can just look at it when you're on the mount and grab it with your slinger. Awesome. you know um some of some features from Rise isn't here. That's why I say it's more of a sequel to World, you know so yeah. So that's just the gameplay real quick. Systems, it's pretty much the same. No, same basic systems. If you know the systems in World, you know the systems in here too. It's not too complicated. They haven't really changed much. And that's the thing. They they haven't changed much. It's still overall a Monster Hunter game. If you've been playing it since 1 to now, you're going to be accustomed to the systems. If you're new, well, you might have a little more trouble, you know. And you have your blacksmith where you go and get your armor. It shows you your stats and everything, your resistance and all that. Then affinity and all that with your weapons. I don't know how to explain it. You know, it's very, this whole game, Wilds, you know, it's nothing really major. Big sweeping changes with the systems or really with the gameplay. Like I said before, is same game. And I just don't want to keep repeating myself. But anyways, I want to talk about the open world. Okay, in this game. Now the open world in this game is very, very, very cool. Okay. With the, like I said before, the world is way bigger than Monster Hunter World, and it's got some like dynamic events. You know, a sandstorm might come in and make everything be all sandy and kind of scare your vision a little bit. Lightning storms and stuff. It has like dynamic weather. Pretty cool. Besides the world actually being like vertical, like bigger, like vertically, it is horizontal. Like it's got like different layers to the different zones and stuff, which is pretty cool. And like I said, this is a very, very, it's a bigger game than the other ones. So I really don't have much really negative about the actual game itself, like the gameplay, the the world, the systems. Cause I like Monster Hunter. I always liked Monster Hunter. If you didn't like Monster Hunter before you tried it out a long time ago, you tried out World, tried out Rise, and just didn't like it, you're not gonna like this game. It's the same old stuff. Now, this is more the part I do have negative takes on. And question for people who who's played like World on release on PC and stuff. Cause I didn't, like I said before, I played on PlayStation 4 first, then years later I came to PC and downloaded it and played it for a little bit. So, performance with Wild, it's terrible. We all know it's terrible. It looks terrible. It runs terrible, especially with these lower systems. Like the requirements is like 1660, a 2060, but we all know with those GPUs and stuff, it runs terrible. It can barely run with a 30 series cards. So when Monster Hunter World came out, did it perform this bad, or was it a little bit better, or was it worse, or was it just about the same when it first came out on PC? Because on PS4 it works just fine. It I had I never had any problems with it. But I heard that like Monster Hunter World ran pretty poorly too. It wasn't that well optimized either. Let me know in the comments below, because if it was pretty much the same, I mean, it gives me a little hope that they'll fix it. But I feel like PC players just got shafted. Now, if you're on console, you're perfectly fine. You should get this game. I haven't heard really anything about consoles, you know, running bad, looking bad, or anything like that. If you like Monster Hunter games, or this game looks interesting to you, get the game. It's fun. It's amazing. Don't like the game, don't get it. But PC players, I will say if you have a 30 series card, like I will say like a 3070 and below, don't buy this game yet. I want more players in the game, but for PC, it's not worth your money at the moment until they optimize it more and they fix it, you know? Cause it's terrible, you know. Well over the recommended requirements. I got like i7 something CPU with Intel. I got a 3080 Ti with like 12 gigs of RAM. It runs fine, but with like frame generation, and the whole thing is like, even with frame generation, it's okay. Like frame generation is just doubling your frames and putting in fake frames. But I will say, no matter like almost what GPU you have, the game, when as soon as you boot it up, it asks you if you want to turn on frame generation. So I don't know if what they done with the game, but if a game off the bat is asking you to turn on frame generation, oh man, that's something else right there. I've never really seen a game boot it up, first thing it asks, "Hey, you want to turn on frame generation?" That's kind of a bad sign on my part. I think frame generation should only be like if the I don't know, like if you want a little bit more extra frames, I don't know. But anyways, I, I'm I'm gonna say, like, I like the game. The game is quite easy, but only because I've played Monster Hunter before. You know, it probably won't be that easy for a newer player. They may have a little bit longer time. But for PC players, if you don't have a high end like GPU or like a high end like 30 series card, don't get it. I know a lot of people are probably gonna like hate me for saying that, but don't get it yet. Wait a little bit. Capcom might actually fix it. I'm hoping that this is a very similar launch to Monster Hunter World, and World right now runs amazing because I played it a couple weeks ago before Wilds came out. It runs amazing, so I'm hoping if that is the case, it's a similar launch to Worlds. They're going to fix it at some point, and optimize it more. Okay, but I'm going to get off here and play the game some more, and probably later this week make a more in-depth review on it, the end game and the systems. And if you want to see that, leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and let's talk about Monster Hunter. All right, and I'll see you next time. I'm out.